What's good, guys? Welcome to the members channel. Welcome to our very own small community, which is starting small, but it's going to go very, very big. Thank you so much as well. And I really do mean that. Thank you so much for being a member of this channel. We have so much coming on this channel. It isn't just myself and G-Man. The green chair is going to make a reappearance as well. We're going to do a live every single week for about an hour on the green chair. But we're going to kick things off with Ade and G-Man answering your questions. So many have come in.
Answering many questions in such a short period of time as well, which is crazy.
Which is crazy. Honestly, I literally put this out. I landed from Dubai 2 o'clock Wednesday afternoon. I put the tweet out at like 2:30, and by about 3 o'clock we had, I think, about 40 questions on Twitter, 50 questions on my YouTube, a few questions on Instagram. I was like, geez, how are we going to get through these? How are we going to get through these? But we are going to get through this. And by the way, as well, obviously, look, this is a boxing channel and we both like our boxing. We love our boxing, but we also love a few other things as well. I like a little bit of a drink. I love my football. So does that man. Mm-hmm. So it isn't just boxing questions. You guys can get in anything and we're going to answer them as honestly as possible.
As honestly as possible. And, you know, you mentioned just a little drink and some football. Man, they could ask us anything.
They can ask anything. Honestly, ask anything. And that's what this is about as well. So again, thank you so much. We have a third member of our team who's going to be reading out the questions. I have no idea, and this is honest to God, what the questions are, what they're going to. So you're going to get an honest answer because I have no idea what's coming my way. So let's say hello to our third member, and that is Nathaniel.
What's up, people? What's up?
There you go.
Best cameraman in the business.
We've got a cameraman involved as well. Don't say we aren't pulling out everything for you guys. All right, Nathaniel, you ready?
Yeah, all ready to go.
All right, let's do this. What is the first question? This is interesting.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so cheekily, the first question is actually from me.
Have you paid it? You a member?
I'm a member.
Okay.
So the first question is, what's your favorite out of a bolognese and a steak?
Steak. Don't even have to. Are you telling me you're thinking? Seriously?
No, you know what it is, yeah? Spag bowl is, I think every man, if you were to poll every man on planet Earth, spag bowl would be right up there.
Oh, yeah, I love a spag bowl, but like, you know, a steak is a steak. A steak is just epic.
Okay. So you can have a steak by itself. So I'm not talking with mash or any other side, greens and rice, or a spag bowl.
Oh, come on.
No, there you go. See, all of a sudden it's changed a little bit, isn't it? It's not as easy as you think.
Well, look, a steak is meant to be had with something. I could have it on its own.
Now, Nathaniel didn't ask. He didn't say steak, mash, and a side. He said steak or spag bowl.
That's harsh.
Okay. No, I'm with you. I'll do steak.
You see, there you go. You're going for the steak.
How you doing your steak?
Medium rare. What?
No, medium.
Oh, come on.
No, you know what this thing about? Like you're ruining a steak if it's not. I don't want to see blood. I don't want to see blood.
It's the juices. It's so
nice.
Not.
It's blood.
Well, yeah, but like it does add flavor to it. I mean, you ever see a well done steak?
Yeah.
I mean, they look. You could throw it. You could actually use it as a weapon, like a hockey puck.
Yeah, there were two benefits. Two benefits to it. All right, so I'm going for a steak as well, but I am definitely going closer to medium well, and you're going medium rare.
Medium rare.
Medium rare, yeah. Medium well. Okay, there you go. All right, what else you got, Nathaniel?
Okay, so this question comes in from Wazar1350. He says, "Hi both, great podcast guys. Question: if you were both boxers, what weight class could you get down to and perform? Also, what style of boxers would you be? Feel like Ade would stick to American-style fighter and G-Man would be a counter-punching European-style fighter."
Oh. Well, he's not wrong.
Yeah. What weight? You know, when I did the weight cut, I got down to 175, but there was so much traveling involved. I went to America 3 or 4 times.
Remember, yeah.
I did so many shows. If I just had an 8-week fight camp, no traveling, no work, I believe I can get down to 160. I think being around fighters, I would have to get around to 160. I'd have to get down to 160.
When I made an attempt a couple of years ago to do amateur, it was 160.
Oh, okay.
So I reckon, that's amateur. I reckon I could maybe, and maybe I'm thinking too much of myself here, but 147. But now no, probably 154 is the limit.
Yeah.
Because 154 or 147, no, I can't.
You know, if I were to have asked this question without being around boxers, I probably would have said light heavyweight. It's only when you're around them, you realize, no, I'm far too small. Like being around Yard, Callum Smith, Baturbiev.
Yeah, they're
enormous human beings. And then being around Jamal Charlo made me feel like, 160. I should be able to do 160. Like Caleb Plant, for example, so much bigger than me. 168.
Oh, yeah, man, he's huge.
Yeah, so I'm thinking 160. And you are correct. I would be a switch hitting American slickster.
I would be the quintessential upright jab 1-2, look to counter punch.
Yeah.
That's
Steve
how
Collins.
I always was. Yeah, exactly. Steve Collins.
Steve Collins. All right, next one.
Okay, this question is from Michael LP W9K. He asks, favorite all-time fighter, please? Mine, Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Oh, man.
You know, I've changed my mind on this so many times.
So have I.
I realized that every time someone asked me, there was a time, I'm not joking, there was a period where I used to say Miguel Cotto all
Miguel
the
Cotto's
time.
a legend.
Yeah, all the time. But if we're going all time, and I hate to be so obvious and stereotypical here, that's Muhammad Ali.
I'm going to go against it. I love Muhammad Ali. He's in
That's
the top
all right.
three.
Do what you want to do.
But I love Roy Jones.
Okay,
I love
okay.
Roy Jones.
You know what? Fair. Roy's,
He was special,
dude,
man.
I was watching Roy Jones, this is such a random fight, versus Jeff Lacey the other day. Don't ask why.
Man, yeah.
I don't know what it was. You know what it was? Because Calzaghe's doing a sit down with Andre Ward.
Oh,
Yeah, they did a sit down with Andre Ward. And they mentioned Jeff Lacey. So I started watching old Jeff Lacey fights. And then I watched Roy versus Jeff Lacey. And this is Roy at the end, by the way.
he brought the years back.
And he was still, that left hook. Oh, man. Oh, Roy, if Roy stopped after beating Ruiz, he goes down as the greatest fighter of all time.
Oh, man, honestly.
I really believe
people
that.
would not even debate it.
Yeah.
Even if he stopped after the Tarver fight, the first Tarver fight,
yeah,
they'd
if he
just say,
stopped
like,
then.
do you know what? He did it just at the right time.
Yeah, it was fantastic. But I'm going to go Ali. But if we're more modern time, Vasily Lomachenko, I think, was just frightening. And the record books are never going to be good for Vasily Lomachenko. There's going to be people in 30 years' time that laugh at us when we say Vasily Lomachenko. They'll look at his record and think, what are you talking about? Because, you know, he should have been, you know, all the Ukrainian fighters, so him, Vozdik, Usyk, it should have been Loma as the one.
We all thought that what Usyk became, we all thought that would be Loma at the time.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Crazy. All right, Nathaniel, go on, next one.
Okay, next question is from Cool Drems, who says, I want to know both your answers to this question. If you had a choice to make a fight happen this year, who would be fighting?
Oh, wow. God.
This
year. I'm trying to think. I would go and stick my neck out and say Boots Ortiz.
Okay, that's a great one. At 154.
At 154. Because
Yeah.
I think Boots at 147 is just, nah.
Yeah, Boots dead man walking at one. Yeah. It's just, no. 154, especially if he gets past Stanionis.
Yes.
Which I think he
I
will.
think he will.
So you're unified. I mean, what else is there? Brian Norman, Barrios, go up.
Yeah.
Go up. And Ortiz ain't a big 154 either.
No.
I'm going to go for the one that we've been waiting for nearly 2 years now, and that's Javante Shakur. You forgot about that one, didn't you?
No, I'm going to stay. I'm not changing. I'm going with that.
I actually think Boots versus Ortiz could be a better fight.
I think it would be a better fight.
After watching Ortiz Majimov, I'm like, okay, Ortiz is a killer. He's a killer. But Boots Shakur is the type. Shakur versus Javante is the type of fight that brings out everyone.
Yeah.
You know when you're young and you see all the Hollywood superstars around the ring. Shakur versus Javante does that.
It's a bigger fight in that regard. Yeah. But I just think Boots Ortiz. Oh man.
What about Fury AJ? Done.
Nah.
Oh, that's starting to lose
I'd
interest.
like it, but it doesn't have it doesn't move my interest like the way those two.
In terms of a fight where two guys try and take each other's heads off, Benavidez Beterbiev.
Yeah.
Have the medical people, and I hate to say that, standing by, because that fight there,
they don't have parental ratings for boxing. That's going to be 18 plus.
That's dangerous. But yeah, some good ones there. Good ones. Go on, Nathaniel, what other ones?
Okay, next one is from SJC7189, who says, hi guys, first time sending in a
Where
question.
do people get these names from?
I know, yeah.
SJC. It's almost like they give you an option. You're, okay, I'll pick that one.
Yeah.
SJC, what nonsense. Go on, sorry.
First time sending in a question. I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts on Caballero. I think he's the most improved heavyweight over the last 18 months. Can you see him winning a world title? Keep up the great work.
First point, yes.
Yes.
No, first point is fact. He's the most improved heavyweight.
Yes.
Oh, Dubois.
Or Dubois.
Dubois. Close.
It's nip and tuck between the
I think
two.
Caballero could beat Dubois, by the way.
I think he could as well.
I think Caballero could beat Dubois.
I really do.
Which
think he
again,
could.
I guess goes to that point, right, about him being the most improved. I mean, he's chopping down giants.
He's chopping down Zile Zhang, Frank Sanchez. He was injured though. He was injured.
I'm not doing that. That's not fair. That's not fair. What fighter doesn't go into the ring injured?
I know, but the guy had one leg, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Well, but he made him look like he had one leg. You know,
did.
sometimes you get a fight that's injured. Okay, show me he's injured. Bully him, fight him,
He bullied him so bad.
and then he fucking chopped Aslan Bekmambetov in half.
Yeah, man.
To the point where Makhmudov is no longer the
Never
same
the
guy,
same.
and he's now done. Can he win a world title? Yes.
Yes.
Will he?
Yeah.
Probably, yes.
Yeah, Usyk has 1 foot out the door. If Dubois beats him, I can't see Dubois holding on to all those belts. So yeah, I see him becoming world champion in the next year. Yeah.
Yeah, what a rise from Caballero.
He was
always
in the
the
wilderness.
underdog. Always, just over there. Couldn't get the fights. Fighting the likes of Kevin Johnson, Derek Chisora. Couldn't get the fights.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, look at him now.
Yeah,
and they always put a stumbling block in front of him all the time. He's like, not enough.
Yeah, it's like he shouldn't
Not
be getting
enough.
through these, but he always seems to do it.
Yeah. So I agree. I will give it to Dubois as the most improved, but Caballero definitely just behind him.
He's
just
up there.
behind him. Yeah. All right, next one.
Okay, next one's from Marginal Gainer, who says, which up-and-coming prospect are you most excited about? What are your thoughts on the upcoming fight between Dave Allen and Johnny Fisher? First fight outcome and what happens this time round?
Okay.
Well, the first part is easy. Moses helmet.
Yeah. I didn't want to agree with you. I wanted, for the sake of this video, for us to disagree, but it's impossible to disagree with Moses Hatama being the hottest prospect in world boxing by
Easily.
some distance. And because he's a heavyweight. There's probably is more likely world champions in the lower weight classes, but he's a heavyweight who's starting to look the part. Like, he now looks like a heavyweight.
Yeah,
Before I was
and
like,
he's
is he a
only
bit undersized? He's a killer. So I'm with you, Moses Hatama. As for the second part,
Look, I'll start with that. I thought the first time around Dave Allen won,
fair.
but I think this time around Johnny Fisher probably does nick it legitimately this time.
Okay. If he just nicks it, where does that put him?
Well,
could he face the winner of David Adelaide, Jimmy TKV?
well, he could. I wouldn't put a penny on him winning.
Okay,
but he
so
could face
that's
them.
I think I'm with you. Dave Allen won the first fight. It's not no ifs, buts, maybes. He won the first fight. I hate this sort of secondary look back. No. On the night, how did you thought he won? And I think everyone thought Dave Allen won. I think Johnny Fisher wins, but I think Johnny Fisher has to look really good, or it kind of puts a weird stop on where they think he could go.
Yeah, and then that is going to hurt sales because, I mean, like, people want to see Johnny Fisher, but they want to see him progress. You can't just stagnate him for a year because people are just not going to take that. You're going to have to be so careful with it. He has to look good.
Yeah,
There's
does.
really no ifs
He
or
has to
buts.
look good. And then, as you say, I think I think it's the Adelaide Jimmy TKV. I know it's a risky one, but this is what can you do?
You have to. You have to
What
pull
can
the
you do?
trigger.
You can't keep, because
Exactly.
you beat a Dave Allen, the next step is that.
Exactly.
That's the risk of fighting a
Domestic
Dave
level.
Allen, domestic level. So we'll see. But stay away from Moses Hatama.
Oh, yeah, don't go near him.
Stay away from Moses
just,
Hatama.
just don't go near him.
Avoid him like the plague. Avoid him like the plague. All right, next one.
Okay, this next one is from Ricky Sunak. And he says, what's your greatest ring entrance you've seen live / on TV? And he lists his. He says 1, Joshua versus Dubois. 2nd is Taylor versus Serrano. 3rd is Canelo versus Callum Smith. And then 4 is both Usyk and Fury in their first fight.
Oh, Usyk Fury in the first
Usyk
fight
Fury.
was epic.
Epic. I'll tell you what, it's a good one as well. Fury and Ngannou. Don't
Yeah,
even remember that one.
I remember that one, actually.
Yeah,
That was
and Ngannou
actually
kind of
real
walked out we had all the MMA guys, and they were all like cheering him out as he walked out, which was good.
Derek Chisora against Fury in the trilogy fight. Do you remember the African things they were playing?
No.
He normally walks out the Hotel California,
Yeah.
but this was completely different.
Interesting.
He had definitely some African kind of music players on. He looked epic.
I liked Brooke walking out to Amir Khan. Oh, remember, because he had the guy playing the piano
Yeah.
with his song. I like all of the
You
lights.
know one entrance that really sticks with me because of just the song, the atmosphere, and the way they brought him to the ring was George Groves against Chris Eubank Jr. If you go back and look at that, like Spitfire by the Prodigy,
Okay.
and if ever a man looked on it, like he won that fight, in my opinion, just from the ring walk. He just looked on it.
Yeah, that was probably his best ever performance.
Yeah.
Because that was Eubank, that was quite tough, and he just had nothing for the. I'll tell you whose walkouts were always good. Vladimir Klitschko's.
Yeah, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, and because he had the big shoulder pads and he just looked like a monster. But I'll say the best one, just because I was there, and the fight obviously didn't deliver because nothing happened. Josh Warrington, Mauricio
I
Lara.
knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that. That's how well I know you. I knew you were going to. I was like, he's going to say Josh Warrington.
Dude, he came out to I put it to right, and then he's getting sort of pushed up on a stand. Fire's all going all up. Mate, all the Leeds guys are going nuts. Oh my god, that to sneak Mauricio Lara in another way.
Yeah.
Yeah, because let's just say it wasn't beer in their bottles that they were throwing at him.
No.
There were other things. Dude, it was... Nothing's ever beaten it. And I've been to hundreds now. As a fan, as someone working at these events, that's the best one I've ever seen.
Yeah.
The best one I've ever seen.
I'm going to stick with George Groves Eubank.
I have to watch that. I have to rewind.
Oh, it was an epic one.
Watch that one.
They were real close knit. So it was kind of security and everyone there. It just looked epic.
Okay. All right, Nathaniel, 2 more.
No worries. All right, this one's from Filthy Casual Boxing, who says, should AJ still fight Wilder, even if the end game is Fury? I know it's well past his sell-by date, but the question will always remain.
Should AJ fight Wilder? I'm going to let you go this one because I get too emotional when it comes to AJ.
Well, I mean, I'd pick him handily over Wilder now. I don't think it's not even should AJ fight him. I just don't want to see Wilder in the ring again. I really don't. Like, if AJ fights him, he wins, and then that almost makes it sound like you're trying to unlock, like, the Fury is the guy who's, standing aloft and we're trying to fight for the right to fight him again. No, they're all in the same, pretty much they're all in the same boat. They all lost their last fight. So look, just whoever's available.
Yeah, I don't want to see it.
No.
I don't want to see AJ Wilder. So you had a decade.
Exactly.
So you had a decade. Think about how long that is in boxing. A decade. So you had 3,650 days to make that fight. And you think I want it on the 3,651st?
Yeah.
No, don't want it anymore.
No,
Sorry, I don't want
I'm
it.
done.
Don't want to see it anymore. It's Fury or bust for me.
Exactly.
At this stage of AJ's career, it's
Fury or
bust.
bust. There's no one
It's
else.
a shame. Fury or bust. All right, final one. What you got for us, Nathaniel? Final one.
Okay, last question. This is from More Fire 100. Where will the state of the UK boxing be in 5 years?
Oh, wow. Well, I'm going to stick my neck out on the limb and say Moses Atamba will be heavyweight champion, unified, not only to be unified, and he'll be a pay-per-view star.
Okay, I've read that question wrongly then because I felt you were asking like where would it be in terms of are there going to be pay-per-view events? Are we going to see stadium events? All that kind of
We're
stuff.
still going to see it.
Yeah, I think UK boxing's in a very healthy place.
It's in a very healthy place. I can see it being...
It's been lucky. It's been given a kickstart by Riyadh season.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
I can see it being in a similar position to how it was when Joshua was the man. I can easily see that.
And who's the man then?
Atama.
Do you think Atama could be that guy?
I think Atama will... I think Dubois is going to bring it to a certain height. It's not going to bring. He's not going to bring it to Joshua's level, and in steps Moses Atama and just knocks it out of the park.
Okay, yeah.
And he has longevity.
Do you think that's almost something we were going to see? By the way, Dubois versus Atama.
Inevitable. It's inevitable. It's going to happen.
Jesus.
It's going to happen. The baton has to be passed, and I think that's how it's going to be.
Yeah, I think it's going to be in a healthy place. Look, Matchroom are now doing stuff with Queensbury.
Yes.
Begrudgingly, they're doing stuff with Ben Shalom. And then you do have Channel 5 and Kali Sowland there looking to get involved as well.
Scraps on Channel 5, to be fair.
They do some really good fights. So I do think it's in a very healthy place. Is it as healthy as it was a decade ago where it felt like it was arena fight after arena fight after? Maybe not. But it's okay. It does that.
There's peaks and troughs. We'll get back to that.
We don't have as many superstars as we did then. Not in British boxing, I don't think.
Yeah, you had superstars who you wouldn't even need to put them on pay-per-view. You could do them on Standard Sky. They'd still sell out arenas.
Yeah.
We don't quite have that, but we're getting back to it. We're getting closer to it.
Yeah, we are. I think we're getting back to it as well. All right, guys. There you go. The first episode of Ade and Gman. Question time. Thank you so much again for sending your questions in. Apologies if we haven't answered your question, but the easiest thing to do, we've got the questions, we'll just ask them next week.
Yeah.
It's that easy, but we'll get to that anyway. We'll get to how we make this more efficient for you guys. We do want to make it around 15 to 20 minutes. We might go over. We would never go under.
Nope.
We will never go under. So thank you so much to all the members. Again, so much stuff coming on the YouTube channel in the next couple of weeks. This will be on the members channel as well. We're going to do a live Q&A with the green chair. Everyone's asking. People think I threw the green chair away.
Oh, hell no.
Absolutely not. It's behind me. It's right there. But look, thank you.
If you look closely on Ade and Gman, you can still see it on our main show.
It's still there, people. It's the chair where I go and read and where I do... Look, hey, talking of reading, it's very quickly. This, I feel like I'm plugging Gareth A. Davis. Have you seen this book?
No.
It's fantastic. Call of the Warrior, I think. Yeah, Call of the Warrior. Honestly, if you haven't got this book, please go and get it. It's some of the best photography you're ever going to see in your life and stories about every fighter in there as well. Oh. So he goes around and speaks to every fighter and he's got like some of the best photography in there. Sonia Janiski. It does. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh man.
Anyway, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Yeah,
we
you
gotta
gotta
go.
go.
We gotta go.
I gotta go
But
buy
thank
that
you.
book.
Go and buy that book. Go and buy that book. Guys, girls, peace and love.
Peace.